interesting one. I have been needing to go see this one doctor for, a while about my eyes. And I kind of put it off because, I was worried about COVID. And turns out I was pretty right to worry about COVID because the thing is where I would go is a very closed off space. There's lots of people in that closed off space. And not only that, but I would have to take my glasses off. And it has been proven that there's some sort of like correlation between the surface of the membranes of the eyes and COVID. And I just didn't really feel comfortable, exposing myself to that. Exposing myself to that. And so I just kept rescheduling. Well, my doctor has COVID now. And they had to call and tell me to reschedule this time. So that was kind of a bit of a surprise. I wasn't too happy with that, but then again, I was probably going to reschedule anyway because I just don't feel safe. I don't feel safe going somewhere, taking my glasses off and exposing myself to this. Because with the childhood asthma and then, the fact that I don't know these people. I don't trust them. I don't know what their, their regimen is. I don't know whether they've been vaccinated or not. I don't know if they have a forged vaccination card. Some people are doing that, and that's kind of scary. It's highly irresponsible. It's one thing to have your own theories about things, but it's another thing to put other people in harm's way, potentially. And I don't like that because my friend in the Philippines, somebody that I really love, I've known her for about 8 years now. She has COVID now, and I'm really scared for her, and I can't help but think and worry about her. I love her to bits, and her name's Patricia, and she's a really wonderful person. And I just found out about this last night. So, it's very real. It's not just a joke. It's not something to laugh about or ignore or, complain about, and infringing on your rights. I mean, come on, people, just asking for some support and, consideration of others, please. I don't want to, we've been doing this for how long now? If people would have just done the right thing at the onset, I highly doubt we'd still be dealing with this now, but people like to think they're smarter than they are and get their science, which in all actuality it ends up being like pseudoscience, and I don't know. It just worries me. So, you may or may not agree with me on this, I don't know, but I do think it's highly likely a good idea to put your mask on. And if nothing else, think of it this way. If you wear your mask, you're less likely to get the same colds you got the last years. I have noticed that already. By now, I would have had a couple of upper respiratory infections. I would have had a couple of colds, maybe even the flu already. And yet, I don't, and I haven't. So that's kind of it's pretty important. It's pretty telling, and I find that to be pretty interesting. You'll have to forgive me if I'm moving around a lot. My RLS is really, really bothering me right now. I was not expecting this when I went up to do this video, but it's hard to deal with RLS because it's like your legs get possessed. And you can't control what they do. And so, they're constantly wanting to kick and move. And the only chance you have of even staving off the feeling for a few minutes is to flex your muscles in your leg really hard. And put a lot of weight onto them. As much as you can. And that tends to, control it a little bit. But it doesn't make the horrible sensations go away. Wow. A lot of times I focus on, watching TV or doing anything that will keep my mind off of this stuff, because if I don't, it just makes me want to cry, and it's very painful. Now I'm not sure if I told you about my little flower. I think I did before, but this is definitely the red one, and I hadn't made a red one before, but I thought you might like it. And I have another craft video coming up with some ideas for some crafting and a revelation I kind of had as far as the faces go. I know what I need to do with that now, so that again is a learning process. But you know, I have several prototype faces for creatures that I'm going to make, and that's still going. You know, I think I have about 4 faces now, and I'm working on another one down here, which I just cut out today. I just did it, but I'm not sure if I can like properly show you. I don't know if it's going to lay down flat or not. It might. Now, if you don't mind, and I take you on like a little bit of a journey down to the floor, I will show you what I have. Gosh, I hope this shows you. But I really do hope that came through, because that's something I just cut out today. And I wanted to show you because I'm excited about this one. This is just the face that's going to be on the outside of the stuffed animal that I'm making. And it's basically going to be like a stuffed familiar, is my idea. And you can or cannot use it for that purpose. It's up to whoever likes them or not. And if they're good enough to sell, I don't know. But I'm hoping somebody will like them, and we can go from there. You know, I think I'm going to stave off on a lot of custom work because it's hard to source the parts for these. Specific parts if you want them. But I think I would tell anybody this: if you do have RLS, tell someone and see if you can't get to see a neurologist, because they might be able to actually help you a little bit. I'm on a waiting list right now for the neurology department, and that's okay. You know, I know there are people with way worse neurological problems than I have, but yeah, and I'm sorry this one isn't as long as usual, but I hope you can. Excuse me. I hope you can understand, and I really am enjoying all the subscriptions, and I'm still working on some more pieces, little bits and bobs around the house, little ideas that I have, and then just some more experiences I've had, you know, living in America. And if you have any questions, like of mundane things that, you know, maybe a person could do around America, and you're curious how that would go, or basic, like, you know, just basic amenities, things like that, ask me. I will give you what knowledge I have, I promise. Whatever I have. And if need be, then I'll go check with someone that lives there right now, and maybe they will have more information than I do. And I'd love to bring them on here onto the show, like for an interview or something. I think that could be really fun, because I have quite a few friends, and I've got a few that are interested. So let's see if I get lucky. Maybe I can get some of them to go, yeah, sure, I'll come on your show. It'd be really cool. Okay, all right, love you guys. Please don't forget, go to the bottom of this. Please subscribe. Don't just lurk on my channel, okay? Hit subscribe, go hit all, and, you know, please comment or something, because I'd like to know that you're here, all right? Please. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.